back, ladies and gentlemen, to Capital Concepts Video. Again, I'm Jeff Schuler, Director of Research and Chief Analyst for Spiker Consulting. Right now I want to talk about two of my favorite things, silver and gold, but primarily silver. Y'all remember when you were kids and growing up, Burl Ives did that funny looking little Santa and the little mining guy, and he was chipping away at the ice, silver and gold, silver and gold. All my life that stuck with me. And I've always had a fascination for precious metals. Gold is going up, and it's going to go up much further. I'm looking at $1,300, $1,400 an ounce. Either, if not by the end of this year, probably first quarter. I really don't think it's going to take to the second quarter of next year, but it's possible. Gold is a protection. Gold is a hedge. Gold is a safety valve. Gold is money. Gold is real money. That's what it is, and that's what it's there for. And as far as that goes, it's a beautiful thing. Has it peaked? Not even close. Is it fully valued? Not even close. Is it fairly valued? No, it's undervalued. Right now, for the first time in our history, we have actual shortages of gold. I get calls. I get calls from around the world looking for quantity of gold, quantity being metric tons, by governments, by individuals, everybody in between. And when that's happening with me, I know there's shortages out there. And the amounts that are being looked for, well, I tell you what, we'll curl this hair. But, talk a bit about silver. I fully feel 100% that right now, even at $17.75 an ounce, that silver, on a long-term basis, is the best investment opportunity that we've had in our entire lives. In 30 years, I've not seen a better opportunity. Then yes, we've been buying at 8 and 9 and 10, 11, 12, 13, blah, blah, blah. 14, 15, 16. Now, I've hesitated a bit there because I felt, and in my prognostication, I said it's going to run up to 18. I said 17.50 is where we'll probably start seeing a pullback. We did. Now we see it up at 17. And pullback, I was about 20 cents off. It pulled back to about 15.75. I was expecting 15 to 15.50. And it came back up. It's showing so much strength right now. I'm not so sure that we're going to see a rocket in the next day or two. That's not in the cards. I don't see it, technically, chart-wise. But I tell you what, I could be easily surprised on that to the upside. On the downside, not so much. There's too much buying. The thing about silver right now is there are more factors involved in silver to the upside than any other investment that I've ever seen. One, on a supply-demand. We have demand far beyond supply. There's about 670 million ounces of silver mined every year. There's a demand for about 850 million ounces. Now, reclamation or recycling is bringing in about 150, depending upon which sources you look at, to about 180 million ounces. That's what's taking up the difference. But what's left over for investors? Only thing, what's above ground in stockpiles. And for 15 years, that amount's been going down and down and down and down. It's coming to a trigger point. Why is the trigger point important? Because right now, on the Chicago Board of Options, in the futures, in the options markets, they don't have the silver to back the contracts. Technically, there's a default. If that default gets pressed, we could have the same situation that we had in nickel just in 2006, when just a couple of months it went up fivefold. When the COMEX defaulted on nickel, nickel went up, making one from $5 to $25 in the matter of months. Now that'll be just the beginning when it comes to silver, because right now also the three major U.S. banks hold about 3/4 of the short position on silver. That short position's been going down, but I'm talking about a pop in major proportions, because the disparity of leverage, the derivatives that they're using on that, let me tell you something. We're not talking about simple margin. Now, when you add that to what's causing it, what's the need for silver? Silver's money. Just like gold, silver's money. It is a hedge against the falling dollar. Our government has been selling silver since 1971, trying to prop up the dollar, but oops, it ran out of silver a while back. There's no silver. Our government doesn't have 1 ounce, zero, buckus, nada. Silver is vital for industry. Electric lights, silver. Computers, silver. Telephones, cell phones. You're this little guy, this nice little cell phone, silver. Silver conducts electricity at 100%. It stores electricity at 100%. You can't have any type of an economy without silver. All of the electric batteries for cars, all the hybrids, silver. But it goes beyond that. It goes way beyond that. If you have an iron for your clothes or a toaster for your bagels and toast, 5% silver solution goes in the soldering. Right now, they've got Walmart in China. If every China family in China bought either a toaster or an iron, you're looking at $40 an ounce for silver. Period. Silver is so ridiculously undervalued, it's not even funny. But it goes beyond that. In medicine, silver stops staph-type infections from propagating. Have you ever heard of a person that goes into a hospital, goes in the emergency room to get like an appendectomy or some minor, even a minor surgery, something small, but they die of an infection? Well, there's an infection that goes around. There's no antibiotics for it. It gets systemic, people die. In the presence of silver, it can't live. It just breaks it breaks down their cell walls. And so now throughout our country, and soon throughout the world, they're treating all the IV ports and gowns and all the different tubes and things like that with the silver solution. One area where they're using less silver is in photography, because it's gone mostly to electronic and away from the old type. But that's more than been made up in other areas. Silver is the metal of this millennium. It is consumed at a rapid pace. There's over 2,000 uses for silver. I mentioned before, you can't have an economy without silver. You can't have a green economy. Solar power is completely dependent upon silver. Every photovoltaic cell, every solar panel, every battery attached to a solar panel is rife, has a bunch of silver in it. Because again, it stores electricity at 100%, it conducts electricity at 100%. No other metal can do that. And at $17, $18 an ounce, it's still dirt cheap. Supply and demand. There's more gold available above ground for investors per capita than there is silver. Think about it. Last year was 21. This year, yeah, it's gonna go at it. It's gonna go out to 21 before this year's out. And next year, I'm telling you, 25, 30 is well within the cards. Most analysts are looking at $50 an ounce in the next 2 years. I think that's easy. But I think it goes beyond that. And to learn more, just, again, spikermetals.com, get in touch, learn about it, see what we can do for you. Ladies and gentlemen, very much hope that you took a lot out of this clip. I hope you enjoyed today's program. Have an absolutely fantastic day. And until we next speak, may God bless you all.